Good evening, folks, and welcome to a new edition of Pro Wrestling Talk with yours truly, Blitzball Champ, here on the U to the Tube. We got quite a lot to talk about tonight. So much is coming up. We got WrestleMania coming up. We got NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. We got NXT UK Prelude. We got New Japan Pro Wrestling's Sakura Genesis. We got Stardom's Yokohama Dream Cinderella. There's a lot. There's a lot to talk about tonight. And I'm excited to dig into a lot of this. So, for the gist of things, we're gonna reserve WrestleMania for next week, for next Friday, since that'll be next weekend. But we're gonna look at the card for NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver, since that's 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. And we got this weekend, we got Sakura Genesis, and we have Yokohama Dream Cinderella. So we're going to dig into those as well. And a couple of reveals took place. So also got a few people returning to action. So this is good. This is really good. So let's get started with some World Wonder Ring Stardom, shall we? Let's get started with the ladies. Now, we recently had a couple of title defenses. Let's see. We had Saya Ida, the Future of Stardom champion, successfully defend against Oedo Tai's Ruoka. Caught her in the end with the Diamond Dust to get the victory. That was a good match. We had the Artist of Stardom Trios titles on the line as the Cosmic Angels defended against Queen's Quest, Azumi, Momo Watanabe, and Saya Kamitani. A great match. Really, really great match. All six of these ladies really did well, but ultimately Cosmic Angels got the victory. Tam Nakano, the leader of Cosmic Angels, and also the Wonder of Stardom champion, got the victory for the team. So, ever since everybody's return for Cosmic Angels, with the most recent being Mina Shirakawa, they've been looking strong and still hold strong to the Artist of Stardom Trios titles. And we also had Natsupoi's first ever high speed championship defense, as she successfully defended against Starlight Kid. And that was a back and forth match. Really, these ladies brought it. And, I'm really big into the high speed matches. And Starlight Kid, Natsupoi, excellent match. It was back and forth. Ultimately, Natsupoi was able to get the victory. She hit kind of like a German suplex and then to like a chimera plex, kind of like a straitjacket German. I believe they call it the fairy train, which weird name, but I guess it kind of fits her. But yeah, she hit Starlight Kid with the fairy train and therefore got her first successful high speed championship defense. So great match. Really, really great match. Definitely a title match I enjoyed. And it was good to see the show of respect at the end between the two. But great title matches. Great title matches. So it's really looking like there's starting to be some maybe potential dissension within Donna Del Mundo, as more of the Goddess of Stardom tag title match was being built up, because the champs Micah and Himeka defend at Yokohama Dream Cinderella against Shuri and Julia. And lately, there seems to be some tension with Julia. Um, as far as dealing with teaming up with Himeka and Micah, which I'll get into in a moment, but it's looking like there may be some dissension in Donna Del Mundo. But anyway, what I'm referring to really took its peak during the trios tournament. So they had a trios tournament, little small tournament, to pretty much determine who the strongest faction is. And pretty much each faction was represented in this trios tournament. And ultimately, it came down to Oedo Tai versus Cosmic Angels. So Cosmic Angels. So the first round was Cosmic Angels versus Queen's Quest. Queen's Quest of Azumi, Utami Hayashishita, and Saya Kamatani. So that was the first round of the trios tournament, which was really good. Cosmic Angels, Queen's Quest. This was a really two very strong factions. So it's a good first round matchup. And I couldn't happen to notice during the Cosmic Angels entrance how Azumi and Utami Hayashishita kind of photobombed them by getting in front of the cameraman. Of course, Utami showed off her belt, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, other than that, great match. Cosmic Angels dethroned Queen's Quest to advance. And then the other matchup was Donna Del Mundo versus actually, yeah, it was Donna Del Mundo versus Oedo Tai. So it was Donna Del Mundo versus Oedo Tai. And this was where things really started to kind of blow up with Donna Del Mundo. So the trio of Donna Del Mundo for this tournament, Micah, Himeka, and Julia. And the trios for Oedo Tai were Saki Kashima, Ruoka, Natsuko Tora. Now, Donna Del Mundo, for the most part, usually gets along pretty well. Whenever they have to face each other, whether it's like title matches, tournament matches, whatever, it's intense, but afterwards it's all cool. Leave it all in the ring, leave it all in the match. Cool. But with Donna Del Mundo losing this match to Oedo Tai, really sparked some tension with Julia and Micah and Himeka. So, I just thought that was kind of crazy. That was really crazy. But yeah, weird and interesting way to get things really brewing en route to Yokohama Dream Cinderella. So it came down to Cosmic Angels and Oedo Tai in the finals of this trios tournament, which ultimately Oedo Tai ended up winning. And Saki Kashima, I have to say, I'll say this: when is Saki Kashima gonna get some sort of singles title shot of some sort? Because lately, it seems like Saki Kashima has been picking up the victories, whether it's in a tag team match, trios match. It's like Saki Kashima is the one picking up the victories for Oedo Tai whenever she's in the match. So maybe it's just me, but we may want to start thinking about putting Saki Kashima in some singles matches and get her a title shot of some sort. I mean, whether it's high speed, SWA, something, she deserves a title shot of some sort. Wonder of Stardom. Shoot, heck, maybe even World of Stardom title shot. I mean, Saki Kashima, she's been racking up pins. Now, I'll admit, she probably will need more singles matches, but she's been racking up a lot of pins for Oedo Tai in tag team or trios matches. So, something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind that I hope Stardom will do. But yeah, ultimately though, Oedo Tai ended up winning the trios tournament, and of course because of that, Oedo Tai wants to challenge Cosmic Angels for the trios titles, which, you know, well deserved. I mean, after all, they won the tournament and beat the Artists of Stardom trios champions, so it only makes sense that Oedo Tai gets a title shot. But ultimately, it's good momentum for Oedo Tai as they get geared up going into Yokohama Dream Cinderella. And, you know, it's just one of those things where it's hard to tell what's really going to happen out of that matchup this Sunday. And I definitely want to be surprised. Definitely want to be surprised. So yeah. And I know they had the two losing trios of Queen's Quest and Donna Del Mundo go head to head as well, which I thought was kind of funny. You know, consolation prize or whatnot. But then just more and more things imploded with Micah and Himeka and Julia. And even afterwards, Shuri. Because, you know, Shuri, that's Julia's tag partner. And even just the tendencies with their ring entrances, their pre-match interview promos, just a lot of tension. Now, I don't know if that's all going to get resolved or everything will be cool again after their match, but it's something to take note of. It's definitely something to take note of. But let's go ahead and go to the card. Let's go ahead and go to the card and just review the card for Yokohama Dream Cinderella. 1 second. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. And I'm definitely all set and ready. I got the pay-per-view ordered, so I will be checking that out. And I encourage you all to check it out. This Sunday, April 4th, Yokohama Dream Cinderella. So, they only have 4 matches, which I'm hoping will be long. But let's go through these 4 matches. So, we got 3 title matches and a 5-on-5 elimination match. So, we got a Wonder of Stardom championship match as the high-speed champion Natsupoi challenges Tam Nakano, the current 1/3 of the Artists of Stardom Trios champions and the current Wonder of Stardom champion. I think this will be a really great match, but I don't see Tam Nakano losing. I think Tam Nakano is pretty hot. Ever since dethroning Julia, I think they're going to have her ride that momentum. I think Natsupoi will definitely bring it, but I'm definitely picking Tam Nakano to retain. I definitely think she'll retain. But I'm hoping these ladies tear the house down. You know, this is a big defense for Tam Nakano and a big opportunity for Natsupoi, especially after coming off a successful defense of the high speed title. Now she has a chance to go for the Wonder of Stardom Championship, the white belt. So should be a great match, but I'm picking Tam Nakano to win. Um, we got the World of Stardom Championship on the line as the champ, Utami Hayashishita, defends against B. Presley of Oedo Tai. Uh, I'll say this: B is definitely a threat, but I think Utami will shut her up. I really do. But you know, this should be a hard hitting match. And don't sleep on B. We got to remember, B's a former World of Stardom champ. We can't sleep on her. We can't sleep on her. She's a World of Stardom, former World of Stardom champion. And like I said, Utami, she's been defending her belt. She's defended it a couple of times now, looking pretty strong. I know a lot of people still not a fan of her title run, which I don't really understand that. I think she's been doing great. She's worthy of holding that belt. But B will definitely be a challenge. She'll be a challenge. A big, big challenge. So Utami's going to be really tested, but I do believe she will dethrone B. Presley. I think she'll successfully defend her title. So looking forward to that. Why that's not the main event or the 5-versus-5 elimination match isn't the main event just is really weird. But speaking of 5-on-5, so this is the big 5-on-5 elimination match, the war to end all wars, Oedo Tai versus Stars, where the last member left of whichever faction that gets eliminated has to join the opposing faction. So let's remind everyone who's in this match. So for Oedo Tai, it's Saki Kashima, Natsuko Tora, Konami, Ruoka, and Rina. For Stars, Saya Ida, Hanan, Goki Ken Death, Starlight Kid, Mayu Iwatani. Now, I could see a few things happening here. But I think ultimately what I think may happen I have a bad feeling that maybe Mayu Iwatani, because the big argument is that she's selfish. She's selfish. The reason why a lot of these people in the past have turned on her is she's got selfish ways. I'm thinking with everybody that's turned against her, this might be the platform where Mayu just ends up getting fed up and is sick and doesn't want to take any chances of who might defect or whatnot. Because somebody could easily be the last one left and, intentionally get themselves disqualified or whatnot. Because remember, the rules are still get eliminated by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or thrown over the top rope. So keep that in mind. But who knows? Maybe Mayu ends up snapping and joins Oedo Tai. I know it sounds crazy, but this stipulation itself, it's crazy. and it really leaves the door open for whoever. I mean, Starlight Kid, that would be crazy to see her defect, or Mayu. Those two would probably shock me. Mayu probably wouldn't shock me that much. Starlight Kid would probably shock me the most. And for Oedo Tai, I mean, see, with Oedo Tai, it's weird. Now, I know Stars said that, even if they win, they don't want anybody from Oedo Tai. But here's the thing, though. I don't see it being Saki Kashima because, she turned on Mayu to join Oedo Tai. Ruoka, she just recently turned to Oedo Tai, leaving Stars. Konami, it wasn't too long ago. It was like the end of last year that she turned on Jungle Kiona and, helped disband TCS and joined Oedo Tai. And Rena was kind of recent because, she joined Stars after TCS disbanded and then eventually joined Oedo Tai. So, really the only person that seems like would make sense is Natsuko Tora, which would be weird because she's the leader. But something that had been mentioned, who knows what could happen in Oedo Tai? There could be a shift of leadership. There could easily be a shift of leadership. And maybe Natsuko Tora gets set up to get eliminated. I mean, y'all, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, I'll keep an open mind, that's for sure. But this scenario is gonna really be interesting. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, this really should have been. If they weren't gonna make the World of Stardom Championship the main event, they should have made this the main event. Only because of the stipulation and implications just are that big of a deal. So, but we'll see what happens. But it's very intriguing, very intriguing. So apparently, the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Championship match is the main event, which puts Donna Del Mundo in the mix. The champs, Micah and Himeka, defend against Julia and SWA champion Shuri. For this to be the main event kind of says something about what could possibly happen. And if you ask me, it wouldn't surprise me. I'll be real with y'all. It wouldn't surprise me if eventually Julia or Shuri ended up leaving Donna Del Mundo. Because if you ask me, I think Shuri would be better on her own personally. And there was even mention of her potentially teaming up with Konami later, which that would be nice. But I don't know, just something tells me that this may be the beginning of eventually somebody leaving Donna Del Mundo. And I think it's either Julia or Shuri. If they continue to roll with this dissension. Now, if everything is cool after the match and, it's all cool, regardless of who wins, and, that's great. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I don't see Julia and Shuri winning, though. I will say that. As much as I love Shuri, she's my favorite one from Donna Del Mundo, I think Micah and Himeka are going to retain, and I think they're a strong team that'll have a long run. So yeah. That's what I think. So I don't predict any title changes at Yokohama Dream Cinderella, to be honest with y'all. But but yeah, I'm still kind of shocked that's the main event though. But four matches, so I assume these matches are going to be long because there's only four of them. But should be good. Should be good. Three title matches and 5-on-5 elimination, where the loser, the last one eliminated, joins the opposing faction. Should be good. And that's this Sunday, April 4th. So, looking forward to it. Okay. Enough of Stardom. Let's move to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, couple of things. One, so they just recently revealed the brand new unified IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends were saying it pretty much looks like a gold version of the WWE Divas butterfly belt. And I can kind of see what they mean. I don't think the belt looks that bad. My only big complaint is I like the older one more because I like keeping the names of all the champions on there. I really like that about that title. But that's not there anymore. But I don't think it's that bad of a title. I really don't. I really don't. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. But yeah, so new title was revealed. Also, that wasn't the only title revealed. So, on the USA side, New Japan Pro Wrestling in the US. So, we just got our qualifiers and the bracket set for the New Japan Cup USA. But the winner of this tournament doesn't just get a title shot. They don't just get a title shot. No. They actually win a brand new, revealed New Japan Pro Wrestling NJPW Strong Never Openweight Championship. Yeah, that's right. A brand new NJPW Strong Never Openweight Championship as the prize for this New Japan Cup USA. So I think that's excellent. I think that's really excellent. And yeah, on that note, let's go into the first round. So New Japan Cup USA starts next week. I thought it was going to start tonight, but it actually starts next week, April 9th. But yeah, so there's 8 competitors total. And they're going to have all 4 first round matches. So first we got Clark Connors versus Leo Rush. So it ought to be really interesting as Clark Connors qualified by beating TJP. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. But I do think Leo Rush is going to get the victory and advance. But don't sleep on Clark Connors. Like I said, he beat TJP fair and square. Next round we got or not next round. Next match we got Filthy Tom Lawler versus Ren Narita. This actually could go either way. This could go either way. Ren Narita, I don't know. This could actually go either way. This could go either way. Ren Narita might even win this match. Might even win. I mean, shoot. Ren Narita recently beat Chris Dickinson, and I definitely didn't see that coming. So, I mean, hey. got a good chance at beating Tom Lawler. You know what? I'm going to go for Ren Narita. I'm going to pick him. Ren Narita over Tom Lawler. Third match. We got Fred Rosser versus Hikuleo. This one's tough. I would like to see Fred Rosser win, but something tells me, well, no, I'm gonna go Fred Rosser. Why not? I'm gonna go Fred Rosser. And then the fourth and final first round match, Brody King versus Chris Dickinson. Now you know I got to go for my boy Brody King, former member of Villain Enterprises. But yeah, definitely going Brody King. But it should be a hard hitting match between him and Chris Dickinson. Should be really good. But yeah, those are your competitors for the New Japan Cup USA first round matchups. And like I said, the winner of this tournament becomes NJPW Strong Never Openweight Champion. It's crazy. Really, really crazy. But it's exciting. It's very exciting. I definitely like what they're doing. And, you know, or excuse me, correction. It's called the new NJPW Strong Openweight Championship. So not Never Openweight Championship. But yeah, actually pulled it up here. So has NJPW Strong on the front of the title, Openweight Championship, and then you got the New Japan logos on the side. It's actually a beautiful championship. Beautiful, beautiful title. So definitely check that out. I'll you know what? I'll link it in the description box of this video. I want y'all to see this. This is actually a beautiful looking championship. The NJPW Strong Openweight Championship. So Openweight Championship, not Never Openweight. Openweight. So my apologies. Had to make sure I correct myself. But yeah, the winner of this New Japan Cup USA tournament wins that title. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay, so takes care of that. Let's talk about Sakura Genesis. Sakura Genesis, also Sunday, April 4th. So Japan's going to be really busy on Sunday with Sakura Genesis and Yokohama Dream Cinderella. All right, let's run down these matches. Sakura Genesis. First match, we got a 6-man tag. Gorillas of Destiny and Jado of Bullet Club going up against Suzuki Gun's Dangerous Tekkers of Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. and Doki. So that's the opening match. So trios should be good. Should be really good. I'm gonna go Bullet Club on this one. Bullet Club. Next up we have a 10-man tag. So we have Chaos of Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroki Goto, Toru Yano, and Kazuchika Okada going up against Bullet Club's Dick Togo, Taiji Ishimori, Yujiro Takahashi, Kenta, and Evil. So full on faction showdown here. But because I'm giving Bullet Club the first victory, I'm gonna have to go with Chaos. I just feel like, looking at this, Chaos is the stronger team. So I'm gonna go Chaos in this, but it should be a good match. This was a 30-minute time limit. The first match is a 20-minute time limit. the third match, we got another trios match. Yeah, we got Lij, Shingo Takagi, Sanada, and Tetsuya Naito going up against United Empire's Great Okarn, Jeff Cobb, and a mystery partner, which supposedly will be the newest member of United Empire. Um, be curious. Be curious to see who this mystery new member will be. I know a lot of people were thinking maybe this is where Andrade comes into the picture. Um, I was thinking it could possibly be. I was thinking Robbie Eagles possibly, but I don't really know his status. But I was thinking Robbie Eagles. But I mean Andrade, now that he's been released from the WWE, that'd be kind of cool. Him with United Empire, that'd be kind of cool. I would dig that. But I'm gonna try to keep an open mind about it because I mean, right now all they have are Jeff Cobb, Great Okarn, and Will Ospreay because they kicked B Presley out. So yeah, but I'm probably gonna be picking United Empire to win this match, and I expect the mystery partner to be a legit surprise. So yeah, should be good. Should be good. Or who knows? Maybe it'll be Master Watto or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep an open mind. Try to keep an open mind. Next up, we got a tag team match. 30-minute time limit. We got Hiroshi Tanahashi and Satoshi Kojima going up against Bullet Club's Switchblade Jay White and Bad Luck Fale. Definitely have to go Bullet Club with this one. Definitely. Um, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna dig too much into that, but yeah, Jay White definitely is getting a victory at Sakura Genesis. Um. Oh, the fifth match, we got ourselves the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match as the returning Roppongi 3K reunited Sho and Yo challenge for the champions, who are El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Um, I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Do Roppongi 3K get the belts back? I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But at least in them winning, it would give El Desperado more of an opportunity to have a singles run. Since he is the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. So I'm gonna pick Roppongi 3K becoming new champs. Sure. And then the main event, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match, which both of these title matches are 60-minute time limit. Um, as the New Japan Cup 2021 winner, Will Ospreay gets his shot at the current champion of the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. Um, it's gonna be close. I think Kota Ibushi will hang on to win, but it would not surprise me if Will Ospreay won. It would not surprise me one bit because I know this is a championship that he's been chasing for a long time. I mean, I would be okay with either outcome. I think Ibushi will hold on and retain, but it would not surprise me if Will Ospreay won. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. So I'm gonna kind of keep an open mind for that. but it should be an excellent match. I'm looking forward to it. I believe these two are going to tear the house down at Sakura Genesis. So 6 matches, 2 title matches. Could have used another title match, but it's okay. It's okay. It's still a good card. Still a good card. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of having mixed feelings about the new IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and like I said, I definitely feel you. I mean, I don't think the belt design is that bad, but I do like the older one a lot more, just because all the champions' names were on the belt. So that's my whole thing. But that's Sakura Genesis for you. So New Japan Pro Wrestling's got a lot coming up in Japan and on the USA side of things with the New Japan Cup USA. So a lot to be excited about. Whole lot to be excited about. Excuse me. Let's go into some AEW before we go into WWE. So had a lot of great things happen on AEW. I mean, just it was great. So Christian Cage finally made his in-ring debut, taking on one half of SCU's Frankie Kazarian. Now, this is Christian Cage's first match. I believe this is his first match since he competed in the Royal Rumble back in January. So, I have to say, he looked great. Took his bumps like a champ. Definitely still going the ring. I wouldn't say he's missed a step. I would not say he has missed a step. It was back and forth, and this was a good challenge for him because Frankie Kazarian is an excellent wrestler. So this was a great first challenge for Christian Cage. But sure enough, Christian Cage got the kill switch, got his first victory on AEW. But I have to say, it was an excellent match. Christian looked great out there, and these two, like I said, what a great opening match. Great opening match. So, I have to continue to get Christian some more matches and get his stock increasing in AEW so he can eventually try his hand at Kenny Omega's AEW championship. So we had an interesting turn of events with the Nightmare family. So we had ourselves an exhibition match. It was Cody Rhodes against QT Marshall. And you had the Nightmare Factory, the Nightmare family surrounding the ring to watch this match. Now, let's be real. Cody showed a lot of mercy in this match. Like, too much mercy in this match. And Arn Anderson was the special guest referee. And, you know, they were kind of going at it. Seemed like Cody was just getting the best of QT Marshall throughout most of the match. And it just got to the boiling point. You know, QT Marshall kept hearing Cody's friend, Cody's best friend, Cody's friend. And then eventually snapped. Ended up decking Arn Anderson, knocking him down. And of course, you know, Cody and everybody's like, what's up? What's up? What's the deal? Then you got QT backing off. The rest of the Nightmare family's in the ring. And then you have Aaron Solo. Yeah, it was Aaron Solo. Aaron Solo, Nick Camarado, and Anthony Ogogo who's been helping do commentary on AEW Dark, turned on the others in the Nightmare family. I mean, took out Dustin Rhodes, took out Lee Johnson, took out some of the folks from the Gun Club, like just started laying everybody out. And it was so bad that Dustin Rhodes got pile drive on the steel. It was crazy. It was really really crazy. But yeah, he got pile drived on the ring, the steel steps, and was getting ready to take out the shoulder of Cody Rhodes, but then thankfully Red Velvet came in to make the save and talk some sense into QT Marshall. But yeah, so Aaron Solo, Nick Camarado, and Anthony Agogo, and I thought there was one more. I thought there was one more, but nah, they laid waste to the rest of the Nightmare family. So apparently they're siding with QT Marshall. So now you pretty much kind of have another faction war because you got these two sets of wrestlers now. So yeah, but Red Velvet came out, made the save, taught some sense, and was able to stop the beatings. But yeah, crazy turn of events. But I mean, I think it's safe to say most of us figured it was going to eventually blow over between Cody and QT. It was only a matter of time. So it was only a matter of time. Um, this pairing between Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, honestly, I don't really like. I think these two should really focus on being singles competitors and just building themselves up in that division. I don't want them to see. I don't want to see them as a tag team. I really don't. You know, they did a promo package together. I really don't want to see these two teamed up. I don't. I really don't. I think they need to stay solos. But I mean, that's fine if they're heels. I can dig that, but I just don't want these two paired up. It just no. Not I'm not for that. I'm really not for that. Um Moxley had some action. Defeated Cesar Bononi. That was cool. Um Handled himself pretty well in that match as usual. I mean, he is a former AEW world champion. Um so one of the three highlights of the night for me. So you had the Pinnacle in the old dressing room of Inner Circle. Well, they took over the dressing room. And MJF was with the Pinnacle, was with his new stable, and they were talking about interior decorating, some new designs for the locker room, pimp it out. Everybody getting, fancy, I guess it was like fancy gear and suits and everything, and just pimping out, looking as best and as gold as they can be. Um, MJF went, opened one door, bam, there's the Inner Circle of Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Proud and Powerful. Closes the door. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Opens the front door, and there's Jake Hager. Bam! And then we got ourselves a brawl between the Inner Circle and Pinnacle. Ultimately, Inner Circle winning that brawl and disposing of the Pinnacle and reclaiming their territory. Oh man, Dax Harwood got bloodied up as well. So yeah, it was crazy. Um, Cash Wheeler got dumped into an ice bath. MJF, he got flat out destroyed. He got thrown into the dang on uh soda machine. Not soda machine. Yeah, soda machine. Just oh man. They legit took out the trash. That was crazy. That was really crazy. But man. I believe Wardlow got put through a massage table. That was that was crazy. That was really crazy. But wow. But Inner Circle back at full force, reclaiming their territory, reclaiming their locker room, and Jericho actually had a little bit of the bubbly while he was at it. I thought that was pretty cool. But great segment, great segment. So the war between these two factions has really just begun. Um, the Don Callis Young Bucks segment, nothing really surprising to me. The next highlight for me, this trios match. We had Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers take on the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid. And my, oh my. Like, I think just any match where you have the Bros, or even just Ray Phoenix, you're going to get something special. And with the matchups that they've had lately with Kenny Omega, with the Young Bucks, like, wow. Like, it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I love it. I love it. But excellent match. Back and forth. I mean, each team really had a great share of momentum. But ultimately, Laredo Kid fell victim to the One-Winged Angel. Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers did pick up the victory. But you best believe it was a excellent match. Excellent match. And then you had a really interesting segment where Mox came down to the ring, and then you have the Young Bucks as well. So I'm guessing we're going to eventually get a match between Mox and the Young Bucks and Omega and the Good Bros, which honestly, Moxley teamed up with the Young Bucks is just weird to me. That's just really weird to me. But I guess that's how it's gonna be. It just looks really weird. It looks really weird. But we'll have to see how that develops. Got a women's tag team match that took place as well, which was good. Hikaru Shida and Tai Conti teamed up, which they recently teamed up over Dark. Had great chemistry. And they went up against the Bunny and the Native Beast Nyla Rose. And overall, it was a great match. Overall, unfortunately, Tai Conti fell victim to the Bunny as the Bunny took Shida's kendo stick, hit Tai Conti with it, and then sent her down the rabbit hole and got the victory for her team. But it was definitely a great match. It's really cool to see a team like Shida and Tai Conti, who both study judo, so both very familiar with the martial arts, and I hope to see those two tag more. I think it would be cool to see those two tag more. But we have to remember Tai Conti right now is the current number one ranked. I believe she's number one ranked. So who knows when she'll finally get her title shot against Shida, because she's yet to have one. She's had a NWA Women's title match before, but not for the AEW title. So hopefully she'll get her opportunity And then the big highlight was the Arcade Anarchy match that pit Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor going up against Miro and Kip Sabian. And of course, Penelope Ford was there as well. And I really liked the setup that they had. They had a whole bunch of arcade cabinets, which I think some of them were fake. Um, and it was just, they went all out. They were destroying each other, beating the crap out of each other. They had one of those claw game machines. And, of course, Penelope Ford did get involved. But over by the claw machine, out from within, returning after being so far, far away in another galaxy, Chris Statlander returns and gives Penelope Ford a piece of her mind, along with a nice little beatdown and putting her through a table. But Chris Statlander is back, and I marked out like crazy. We have to remember, Chris Statlander has been out for quite a long time. I believe she had a torn ACL. It was either torn ACL or collarbone or something. She had a really serious injury. And, yeah, somebody correct me if I'm wrong on Chris Statlander's injury, but she was out for a long time. And I know for a while it was looking like she was getting into the title picture, and she teamed up with Sheeta for a bit and squared off with Nyla Rose and like many others and was really getting her wins up. But then she got injured. But it is so good to have Chris Statlander back, and she looked great. She definitely looked great, and it's so good to have her back. But that wasn't the only person that made a return. Not only did Sue return driving, Trent Beretta, her awesome son, Trent Beretta, stepped out of that vehicle and entered the fray to help save the day for Best Friends. And sure enough, Best Friends ended up winning Arcade Anarchy. And they jacked up Miro in the process. Him, Kip Sabian, Chris Statlander dealt with Penelope Ford, but the gang is back, and when it was all said and done, Best Friends and even Chris Statlander all gave the fans what they wanted in one big group hug. That's right. Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, Best Friends are back. Chris Statlander is back as well. So, great way to end AEW. So glad to see these returns happening. We saw some defections as well. So, just really keeping us on our toes. But really happy for those returns. Really happy. Awesome. Really awesome. Okay. So I do want to finish the night with NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver, but before we do that, let's review a couple of other things. Yeah, so Raw was just y'all had one of the biggest successful factions going super strong in the Hurt Business, and y'all freaking split them up. Which word is, they were trying their hardest to convince Vince McMahon to not break up the Hurt Business. And sure enough, what did they do? Broke up the Hurt Business. Y'all had the best, hottest faction on the main roster going strong. And y'all broke that up. Why? I have no idea. So maybe y'all can tell me, but it just. So, no more Hurt Business. Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander tried to stand up to Lashley, got taken out. But I just. Hold on. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. Really makes no sense. Sheamus defeated Matt Riddle in a non title match. But not only that, Riddle had a segment backstage with Asuka. You know, they were talking, he's talking about, hey, they have cool scooters in Japan. And this dude ended up forgetting his line to the point where he just ended up walking off. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. I'm not making this stuff up. This dude literally forgot his line. And I feel bad for Asuka because, I mean, she was kind of looking away like, what do I do? And just, oh, man. That's sad. Poor Matt Riddle. Yeah. Yeah. um Braun Strowman beat Jackson Riker. Whoop-de-doo. Um Lashley beat Shelton Benjamin. Not surprised. And then Cedric will have his opportunity this coming Monday to take on Shelton Benjamin. New Day had a game night. A game segment with AJ Styles and Omos. Well, I mean, AJ Styles was kind of playing along at first, but almost he got sick and tired. He was fed up. He was fed up. But that was just, oh my god. That was just so weird. Really, really, really weird. But yeah. Almost his first match is for the tag titles. Just keep that in mind. Because like I said, he didn't do anything tonight. They had this game night, and then Xavier Woods and AJ Styles had a match. But yeah, just this is so stupid. So dumb. Um Naomi beat Shayna Baszler quickly too. That wasn't even a long match. But Shayna loses to Naomi in a singles match. They had the contract signing with Rhea Ripley and Asuka, which I mean, it wasn't a whole ginormous amount of talking between the two. So the segment was fairly quick. Both signed the contract. Rhea Ripley flipped the table, hitting Asuka in the face, and out comes Shayna and Nia, the current women's tag champs, and they're bragging about how they're the best, they're the most dominant, despite Shayna Baszler losing moments ago against Naomi. Um, Challenge for Rhea Ripley and Asuka to a tag match That'll be this Monday. Which, now, mind you, Asuka is still down on the mat, grabbing her mouse. She's still down on the mat the whole entire time they're talking, and Rhea Ripley accepts. This is so dumb. So Rhea Ripley gets one match before WrestleMania, and not only is it a tag team match, but she's teaming with Asuka, her WrestleMania opponent that she just took out with a table flip. Really, WWE? Like I said, you can't make this up. I'm not making this up. But really? And the sad thing is, just the buildup has just been so bad. Like, through those countless number of weeks that you had the Rhea Ripley coming soon vignettes, instead of having all that, y'all could have been using that time to get Rhea on Raw to actually have matches and build her up to her title match at WrestleMania against Asuka. But no, you give her one match that's a tag team match with her teaming with her WrestleMania opponent that she just took out with a table flip. And then folks got nerve enough to say, I wonder if they're ever going to coexist. Are they going to be able to work together and coexist? Let me move on. Let me move on. Lashley still has a hit out on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's trying to figure out who's going to step up. He even raided the locker for a bit. Who's going to step up to take Drew McIntyre out so that they can earn themselves a free title shot at WrestleMania against Lashley. Well, Ricochet tried, failed. Ali tried, failed. Got Lashley in the ring. They were talking. Out of nowhere, King Corbin, of all people, comes in, helps Bobby Lashley put the beat down and the hurt lock on Drew McIntyre. King Corbin from SmackDown. Guess the wild card rule is back in effect now. Oh my goodness. So now, and it's been said that Monday, this coming Monday, King Corbin's gonna have a shot at Drew McIntyre and try to take him out. But Raw just WWE just be doing dumb stuff. Like just dumb stuff. And then they got the go home shows next week and just some dumb stuff. Really, really dumb stuff. And SmackDown. Like SmackDown was just really just as bad. No, we had an 8-man tag. No, you had the Street Profits teaming up with the Mysterios going up against Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler and Alpha Academy. And sure enough, Alpha Academy ended up getting the victory. So it's looking like Alpha Academy is gonna get their first crack at Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler, the SmackDown Tag Champs. Seth Rollins came out. Y'all see that suit that he came out in? That tie-dye looking suit. Man, that dude looked fruity. Shoot, I would not want to come home to Becky Lynch dressed like that. I'm sorry. Don't come home to the man dressed like that. I mean, he looked like a bedazzled marshmallow. Like, this dude came out in a tie-dye suit. Oh man. Yeah. That was just dumb. Had that segment with Cesaro. That ugh. And then Corey Graves didn't didn't help do any better. He had on a dang on flower jacket. Oh my goodness gracious. That's yeah. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But I know Edge did a promo talking about I see the rated R superstar now. It's gonna go back to being the rated R superstar. Um and we got to see Bianca Belair take on Carmella. There was a segment where Carmella got a copy of the resume from Billy Kay, so she's still trying to get recruited. Um, Bianca did get the victory over Carmella, and Sasha tried to sneak up and attack her from the back, but Bianca fought out of it. She escaped. Didn't try to retaliate. Sasha did back off, but Bianca's playing it cool. She's like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until WrestleMania. Don't you worry. I'm gonna wait till WrestleMania, and then I'm gonna really unleash on you. She's playing it cool. Bianca's playing it cool. So, gotta give her props for that. Gotta give her props for that. Um, they had scheduled a street fight that night as the main event between Daniel Bryan and Jay Uso. Um, oh, so the biggest travesty happened on tonight's episode of SmackDown. We had a one-on-one match between Natalia and Shayna Baszler, one half of the women's tag team championship, of course with Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler lost a one-on-one match against Natalia in less than a minute. Shayna Baszler ate a small package by Natalia and lost in under a minute. Singles match, one on one. To be honest, they might as well keep the tag titles on Nia and Shayna because that's really the only way Shayna is gonna ever be able to keep a title on the main roster. Because I am at the point where I'm just not confident that the WWE will even put a singles title on Shayna on the main roster at all. After taking a loss like that, I don't see it happening. So that's twice in the same week. Took the loss in the singles match on Monday against Naomi, and then turned around tonight and took a loss in a singles match against Natalia on SmackDown. Like, WWE, what? Do y'all hate Shayna Baszler or something? I mean, I know I'm not the biggest fan of her, but dang. This was the same woman that y'all had demolish everybody in last year's Elimination Chamber. Like, your first ever two-time NXT women. I, what what do y'all hate Shayna Baszler WWE? Like, seriously, seriously, did she slip up? Is this payback for her kicking Asuka's teeth out? Like, what's the deal? What's the deal? Two back to back quick losses like that on both Raw and SmackDown. Oh my goodness gracious! Like, and then it was just total chaos afterwards because you know got to see the Riot Squad come down and start brawling. Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose come down, start brawling. Naomi and Lana came down, started brawling, and just everybody's brawling. And then at the end of the day, Natalya and Tamina still stand tall. So I don't know if this is going to lead to Natalya and Tamina getting a women's tag team title shot, but Shayna Baszler lost to Natalya in under a minute. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. And then Daniel Bryan and oh, Sami Zayn's little documentary trailer reveal, red carpet sequence with Logan Paul, which that documentary trailer looked dumb, but I mean it's Sami Zayn, he's playing his character on point to the fullest. Wanted to get Logan Paul's approval, ended up eventually getting taking a stunner from Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn did get him back for it backstage, so they're back to even Steven. But that was a really goofy segment, but it's Sami Zayn, so you can't be surprised. Okay, street fight, Jey Uso, Daniel Bryan. Outcome wasn't surprising, but this was definitely an evening where Daniel Bryan stood tall. Not only did he take out Jey Uso, made him tap out, especially after giving him the repeated elbows with a steel chain wrapped around. And of course, Roman Reigns came out to watch from a distance, sitting in a chair from up the rampway. But so, got him in the yes lock, made Jey Uso tap out. Afterwards, went and gave the running knee to Edge, who Edge was on commentary at the time. Took out Edge, rammed his face into the side pole of the turnbuckle pole repeatedly outside the ring. Then proceeded to go up to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns tried to throw his chair at Daniel Bryan, missed. Tried to clothesline him, missed. Got taken out by a running knee. And when it was all said and done, snapped on the yes lock on Roman Reigns and made him pretty much nearly pass out. So Daniel Bryan took out Jey Uso, Edge, and Roman Reigns. One after the other. But hey, It's a triple threat match at WrestleMania for this Universal title. You know, even though Daniel Bryan had already gotten an opportunity to win twice. Fastlane, Elimination Chamber. And, Edge won the Royal Rumble, which, would mean he should get a one-on-one match, but y'all know how that went. But, yeah, just stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. Anyway, NXT UK got to see a few things happen. Aoife Valkyrie gets another victory on Stevie Turner, which I believe is also Zoe Lucas. Because I remember they had mentioned it was either Zoe Lucas or Bobby Tyler, one of the two. I think it's Zoe Lucas. Because it was mentioned that she was with Tokyo Cyber Squad back in Japan. So, I figured it had to have been one of those two ladies, but I keep getting the two mixed up. But somebody correct me, but it was either Zoe Lucas or Bobby Tyler. It was one of those two. But yeah, she went up against Aoife Valkyrie. Pretty good match. But Aoife Valkyrie still undefeated. When are y'all gonna give her NXT UK Women's title shot? She's still undefeated. She's had like 6 or 7 matches. When are y'all gonna give her title shot? I have no idea. Maybe they'll build up to a NXT UK takeover, and maybe Aoife Valkyrie will finally get her title shot. Had a segment with Kaylee Ray. Of course, boasting about still being champion, defeating Meiko Satomura, and all that. Amelia McKenzie, made her return. Got on the mic. Got attacked by Isla Dawn. And apparently, Kaylee Ray didn't mind. But then Meiko Satomura comes down to make the save. And, she's brawling with Kaylee Ray, and Amelia McKenzie's brawling with Isla Dawn. And I mean, Isla Dawn, who's definitely a heel now. So, guess they have this sort of pairing. But I don't know. That's another thing. Like, I don't know. I don't really get the pairing, especially with how that match ended between Satomura and Kaylee Ray. Mutual respect and everything like that. So just, I don't know. That's kind of weird, but it is what it is. But Aoife Valkyrie deserves her title shot. They need to book that. They really need to book that. Teal'c, another one of their newbies, had action. Got a victory. Then we saw a breakup of a tag team. As Pretty Deadly defended their tag titles, the NXT UK tag titles, against Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams. But Kenny Williams ended up turning on Amir Jordan, trying to get Amir Jordan to take one of the tag titles and lay out one of the members of Pretty Deadly while the ref was turned. But Amir Jordan's like, no, don't want to cheat. We're not going to cheat. No. But Kenny Williams eventually used that title and took out Amir Jordan. Pretty Deadly hit Spilled Milk on Amir Jordan. And in their first tag title defense, they retain. Pretty Deadly. It was bound to happen. I mean, Kenny Williams was showing signs of a heel turn. Just trying to resort to cheating ways, stuff like that. I mean, it was only a matter of time. So, can't say that I'm surprised. But, yeah, looks like that tag team's over, and I'm pretty sure it's going to set up a match between Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams eventually. If it's not next week, it'll be soon. it'll definitely be soon. But yeah, decent episode of NXT UK. We got Prelude coming up, that'll be next week. So part of WrestleMania, um, part of WrestleMania week. Which the only thing I know that they got going is they announced that Tyler Bate versus Noam Dar Heritage Cup rules winner becomes the number one contender to the Heritage Cup currently held by a kid. So we know that that's next week. And I'm guessing they're gonna do. Uh, I'm guessing they're probably gonna do Rampage Brown versus Falter maybe next week. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get into the NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver card. Oh, well, I kind of need to do NXT as well before Takeover. So, NXT this past week was interesting. This was really interesting. Cameron Grimes had a match with Roderick Strong that he ended up winning, which was kind of interesting. Cameron Grimes pulled out a little. I don't know if that was a wallet with the Undisputed Era logo on it. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was an armband or something. Roddy versus the World saw that, got distracted, ate a cave in. Cameron Grimes with a victory, and then backstage he had his things packed, and Roddy's like, "I'm done. I'm done with it all. I'm out of here. I'm done." I don't know if that means he's quitting or he's just frustrated and just wants out or what. But he's done. He's just I'm out. And he's supposed to be part of the Eliminator Gauntlet Eliminator Battle Royal that took place later that night. But Roddy, he was gone. I'm gone. So yeah, I mean, it was a bummer. It was a bummer. Um, Santos Escobar did an open challenge. Tyler Breeze accepted, but unfortunately lost. Not surprised, but we got to see. We also got to see MSK and the grizzled young veterans make a appearance. Of course, they have the triple threat tag team match at Takeover Stand and Deliver. So yeah, nice little build up for that. One last little moment for that. Um, we also had Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. They took on and defeated, what was it? Zanya Ramir and Gigi Dolan, aka Priscilla Kelly. And they challenged Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart for a shot at the NXT Women's Tag Team titles at Stand and Deliver, which did get booked. So that is cool. That's really, really cool. Of course, we had Raquel Gonzalez in action against Zoe Stark. I really don't like what they're doing with Zoe Stark. I mean, she had that first win, and then she's just been eating losses afterwards. I don't really like that. I think they need to showcase her more against a few of the other jobbers. I mean, I know she had that good match with Io, but like they really should have showcased her more against jobbers and really kind of build her up, because she had that one or so victory, and then she's just been eating loss after loss after loss. That's not good. I don't like that build up. But and then you had kind of had a handicap match. Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro taking on Xia Li. I mean, you would think it would have been Xia Li and the Tiansha. What was her name? Um, see what her name was. Lee. May. Oh no. Mei Ying. Mei Ying. I keep forgetting that it's Mei Ying, not Tiansha. Tiansha is the stable name, but Mei Ying put Caden Carter to sleep. Like spit some like dust in her face or smoke in her face. It was weird. It was really weird. But Xia Li ended up getting the victory. Um, she kind of had that grip, like it was almost like a Tonga death grip on Caden Carter from Mei Ying. It was just like it pinching on her throat. It looked real. It looked painful, but I'm sure she didn't really have it because that would tear your dang on throat out. Ugh. But so also wanted to point out Io Shirai has been trying to take the fight to Raquel Gonzalez all night, and Raquel would just get the best of her. Great effort, but just would get taken out. Backstage, all over the Performance Center. Even got put through a wall. Raquel just had her way with Io. Io would try to get at her. Raquel shut each attempt down. So the main event was the Gauntlet Eliminator Battle Royal match. So, what ended up happening was these are who clinched spots in the Gauntlet match at the night one of Takeover Stand and Deliver. So we have Leon Ruff, Swerve, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis, LA Knight. Those are your competitors. For a good portion of the match, Dexter Lumis was just kind of standing there. Just standing there. Didn't do jack. Just standing there and staring. But eventually did start fighting later. But yeah, it was a crazy battle royal. But when it came down to the final six, which were the men that I announced, pretty much as each was eliminated would determine when they would start the gauntlet. And LA Knight was the last one remaining. Therefore, LA Knight gets the best advantage of this match. And at the end of the night, Io, fourth time was the charm, finally got the upper hand over Raquel Gonzalez and stood tall, taking Raquel out. Took her 4 tries, but hey, she's the champ. She don't back down. She don't give up. So that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much the go home episode of NXT. All right, let's finish the night off with a Stand and Deliver card. So it's 10 matches, 2 nights. 5 matches in the first night, and the remaining 5 matches in the second night. Let's go over these. So, one of the matches that was booked. One second. Got ourselves a match, singles match between Pete Dunne and Kushida. I look very forward to this match. Something tells me this may be the opening match, and but even whether it is or it isn't, I'm looking so forward to this match. Like Kushida and Pete Dunne. Oh man, this is going to be a technical struggle. I mean, both are great at striking, both are great at even at high flying and also submissions. So Prepare to see some limbs torn and some joint manipulations, all that kind of goodness. This should be an excellent match. Um, it's hard to pick, but I think with the notion of they're trying to build up both of these guys, for future title picture implications. I mean, I want Kushida to win, but it wouldn't surprise me if Pete Dunne ended up winning. But of course, I'm going to be pulling for Kushida. Um, Next up, we have the triple threat tag team match for the NXT tag team titles. MSK, the winner of the Dusty Tag Team Classic for the men, going up against the Grizzled Young Veterans and Legado de Fantasma. So, like I said, these are for the vacant tag titles because, unfortunately, they had to be vacated due to Danny Burch suffering a bad injury, separated shoulder, I believe, and the last tag team match that he had when they put the titles on the line against Karrion Kross and Finn Balor. So, had to vacate the titles, so titles are up for grabs. I will definitely be going for MSK, and I ultimately hope MSK win. I hope MSK wins, so I'll definitely be going for them. But should be a great match. Should be a really great match, and yeah, should be a great match. The six-man gauntlet eliminator match. So, the winner of this match will become the number one contender to the North American Championship held by Johnny Gargano, and they will get their title shot in night 2. So, the order of the gauntlet, Leon Ruff will go first, um, which he has the biggest disadvantage. So, Leon Ruff and Swerve. So, those two start out. And then Bronson Reed, then Cameron Grimes, then Dexter Loomis, and then finally LA Knight. So LA Knight has the best advantage in this match. Who do I think is going to win this match? It's tough. It's really tough. Um, I don't think it'll be LA Knight. I'm thinking it'll probably be Dexter Loomis or Bronson Reed. It's definitely not going to be Leon Ruff. And as much as I would like to see Swerve get the opportunity, I don't think it'll be Swerve. Cameron Grimes, nah. I think it's going to either be Bronson Reed or Dexter Loomis. That's what I'm thinking. Uh, we got the NXT United Kingdom Championship on the line as Falter, the champion, defends against Tommaso Ciampa. I'm looking forward to this match. This is kind of an interesting matchup, but it should be really, really good. But I don't expect Falter to lose, unfortunately. Um, but should be a hard hitting match. But I think Falter will retain over Tommaso Ciampa. Um, and then the main event of night 1 is the NXT Women's Championship match, as the champion Io Shirai will defend against Raquel Gonzalez. Now, here's my thing with this. I have mixed feelings about this. Now, Raquel has definitely been on a tear lately, especially since the last victory that she got finally over Rhea Ripley. Um, and even back in the War Games match, she got the victory pinning Io Shirai, hitting her with the one-arm power bomb. So I have mixed feelings about this. So on one hand, Supposedly, there's rumors about, if Io Shirai loses, she might be on her way to the main roster. Um, Another part of me thinks that it's possible that Dakota Kai might turn on Raquel Gonzalez, due to jealousy and the fact that, you know, she gets the title shot. She hasn't gotten her shot. She feels like it's her time and, she's been held back. So who's to say Dakota Kai won't turn on Raquel and cost her this match? It's a possibility, I would think. But definitely, Io is in danger of losing. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Raquel did end up being the one to dethrone Io. It would be a very, very big boost for Raquel in NXT to become NXT Women's Champion. I'm definitely curious to see what happens. I'll be pulling for Io. That's my girl. But it would not surprise me if Raquel won. But we'll see if she can do it. We'll see if she can do it. But it's a great choice for a main event. Okay, so that's night one. Night two, we got the NXT Women's Tag Team titles on the line as the champs Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart defend against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Um, it's good to see Indy Hartwell get her first title shot in NXT. Unfortunately, I think Ember and Shotzi won't make it easy for her, and I believe that they will retain. Besides, I like Shotzi a lot. But yeah, I think they're going to retain. I don't think Indy's quite ready yet to be a champion. I think she has to have more matches. But it's good to see her have a match on a takeover. I think that's great. And I hope the best for impressive Indy Hartwell. Um, we have the unsanctioned match, which I don't know if this is going to be the main event or what. I don't know. Unsanctioned match between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. I have a feeling Kyle O'Reilly wins, but it's just good to see these two duke it out and just tear each other apart. So I'm gonna just enjoy the ride, but I'm gonna definitely be going for Kyle O'Reilly. But it should be great. It should be a great match, and I just hope to see these two tear each other apart. If it's anything like the wars that they've had in ROH, oh, I'm looking so forward to this. And then Johnny Gargano will defend the North American Championship against the Gauntlet Eliminator winner, which, like I said, I think will be either Cameron Grimes or Bronson Reed. But some way, somehow, I believe Johnny Takeover will be just that, and will probably retain. I think he'll probably retain. Um, then we got the NXT Cruiserweight Championship Unification match, which is a ladder match. It will be Santos Escobar versus the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin. Um, I mean, Raul Mendoza and Walking Wild, I'm sure, will be there. But I'm really hoping Jordan Devlin wins. But something tells me the odds are going to play into Santos Escobar's favorites. It's going to play into his hands. So I want Jordan Devlin to win, but unfortunately, I think Santos Escobar might pull it off. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Jordan Devlin will have some backup of some sort. And then we have the NXT Championship. The Prince, Finn Balor, against Karrion Kross. Okay. On paper, I would love to see Finn Balor bust out Demon Finn Balor. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be nice. But I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of at a crossroad with this one because I mean, Karrion Kross is still yet to taste defeat, and he became NXT champion before, but had to relinquish it due to injury. So I mean, maybe this is how he wins the title back. Maybe he actually wins the title back and becomes two-time NXT champion. But word also is that folks may potentially want him on the main roster ASAP. So, I mean, this could go either way. I think this could go either way. Of course, I'll be rooting for Finn Balor, but this could actually go either way. So I'm a remain neutral on that because I honestly think it could go either way. But yeah. So that's NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver, 2 nights, Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But I mean, coming up is going to be a loaded time of wrestling. I mean, we got Yokohama Dream Cinderella this weekend. Got Sakura Genesis this weekend. And then next week you got NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. You got NXT UK Prelude. You got WWE WrestleMania at Raymond James Stadium. So, going to be pretty loaded. But that's all for this edition of Pro Wrestling Talk. We got on here a long time, had a lot to talk about. Definitely had a lot to talk about. But yeah, I will be sure to put the link in the description box to the picture of the newest NJPW Strong Openweight Championship, and I'll also put the IWGP, the new IWGP Heavyweight title design in there as well. And let me know what y'all think about those. Let me know what y'all think about the Yokohama Dream Cinderella card for Stardom. Share your predictions if you like. Same thing for New Japan Pro Wrestling Sakura Genesis. New Japan Cup USA. What do y'all think about the tournament? Who do y'all think is going to win the tournament? What are y'all predictions for NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver? Got a whole lot to look forward to. Whole lot to look forward to. But like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Good Friday. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend. And I will see y'all soon. Also, have a blessed, happy Resurrection Day if I don't see y'all on Sunday. And yeah, take care. Be safe. See y'all soon.